Hey, did y'all catch that Lakers game where Steph Curry completely outmaneuvered Anthony Davis with a slick crossover? And how with just seconds remaining on the game clock, he nailed an unbelievable clutch three-pointer to give the Warriors the lead? It's incredible to think that despite these heroics, there are still whispers out there labeling this maestro as washed. Unfortunately, that game didn't end in their favor, but the reason behind it might raise some eyebrows. If you're wondering what I mean, just take a look at the free throw discrepancy. 43 attempts for one team versus just 16 for the other. Yeah, you heard it right. Almost triple the attempts from one side. It's reached a point where even Kawhi Leonard himself would chuckle. What's even more amusing is that despite the league's apparent efforts to bring down the Warriors, the game was decided by just one measly point. Despite what seems like a deliberate ploy to end the reign of the modern NBA's greatest dynasty, the Warriors still showcased beautiful basketball and were just 1 point away from thwarting the NBA's plans. The NBA is renowned as the world's premier basketball league, but it's also a masterclass in business tactics and strategies. From rules like the defensive 3-second violation to the introduction of the transition take foul, the league continuously refines its product. After all, it's a business, and while players chase championship dreams, the league's eyes are firmly fixed on maximizing profits. Now you might be wondering how the Warriors fit into this picture. Let me break it down for you. Over the past decade, the Warriors haven't just clinched 4 championships and made 6 finals appearances. They've also undergone a financial transformation. Since Joe Lacob's acquisition in 2010, the team's valuation has skyrocketed from $315 million to an eye-watering $7.7 billion. While this has significantly benefited the NBA, it's clear that the league believes the Warriors have reached their revenue peak and is now looking elsewhere to bolster their bottom line. The evidence was undeniable, especially in their recent matchups. Let's break it down. The face-off against the Hawks marked the Warriors' first game back after a devastating loss to the Jazz. Emotions were running high, and the Warriors channeled every ounce of energy into their signature style of play, convincingly outclassing the Hawks. The Splash Brothers were scorching hot in this game. Just look at Clay's mid-range block on Murray, followed by Curry's transition alley-oop to Wiggins. Draymond Green, with a game-high plus-minus of 19, once again showcased why he's crucial to the Warriors' success. And Jonathan Kuminga, the young talent, couldn't miss from the field, resembling a miniature version of Giannis out there. In this emotionally charged game, it seemed like the NBA refrained from manipulating the outcome through officiating. However, once the game ended, the narrative swiftly reverted back to the original script, but not before Kuminga delivered an impressive 31-point performance. Now let's talk about the officiating in this particular game. Curry, who took a game-high 26 shots, was awarded just 1 free throw. Meanwhile, Kevin Huerter, with only 2 field goal attempts from within the arc, went to the line 3 times. It's as absurd as it gets, but the absurdity reached new heights in the Lakers game. If there's one image that encapsulates the officiating in that game, it's this. LeBron literally has Kuminga's arm in what looks like an MMA armbar move, yet Kuminga was called for the foul. And to make matters even more baffling, the Warriors challenged the call and lost. It's instances like these that raise serious questions about the consistency and fairness of NBA officiating. Steve Javie, the retired referee from the monitor room, offered a perplexing response, stating, "I think it dissolves on the play and lets it go, so it's kind of incidental contact." Incidental contact? Seriously? They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, so let me show you this image again. Tell me, in what universe is this not a foul on LeBron? I mean, sure, it happened quickly, so I can understand the refs getting it wrong in real time, but through instant replay, they still got it wrong. Anyway, let's delve into a few more absurdities from this game. Here's a clip of Austin Reeves fouling Steph Curry on a drive to the basket, yet there was no call. Another clip shows Vanderbilt putting a hand on Steph's back as he shoots a floater, again with no call. And here's yet another clip of Reeves fouling Steph as he comes off a Kuminga screen, but still no call. In the game, Steph Curry took 35 shots, 14 of which were from inside the paint, yet he only earned 3 free throw attempts. Contrast that with Austin Reeves, who took literally half as many shots from inside the paint, but earned 3 times the amount of free throws. Yeah, Steph's 14 inside shots earned him 3 free throws, while Reeves' 7 inside shots earned him 9. But what's even more absurd is that Jonathan Kuminga, known for attacking the basket aggressively, only had 6 free throw attempts on 13 shot attempts from inside the paint. Meanwhile, Vanderbilt of the Lakers took 7 shots from the field and had 8 free throws. There are 1,000 things I want to say about this free throw discrepancy, but I don't think I can articulate it any better than Darko Rakovic, who perfectly summed it up out of frustration. Outrageous. What happened tonight is completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this. What's hilarious about all this is that even with the huge free throw disparity, the Lakers still barely won. This pattern of officiating for the Warriors echoes last year's playoffs, where the Lakers' success seemed contingent on a significant free throw advantage. Take, for instance, the first game of that series where the Lakers were granted 29 free throws compared to 6 for the Warriors, yet they only managed to scrape through with a mere 5-point victory. Then there was the second game, where the officiating seemed more balanced, resulting in a 17-16 free throw count. In that fair scenario, the Warriors didn't just win, they dominated the Lakers. You might be wondering, what does the NBA have to say about this? Well, the truth is, instead of addressing the issues of free throws, they divert the conversation towards narratives that negatively portray Draymond's impact on the Warriors' chemistry. Instead of tackling the free throw disparity, they propagate narratives suggesting that the Warriors are simply deficient in defense. I mean, if Steve Javie can confidently assert on live television that the contact on LeBron was not a foul, then what else is there to say? In the aftermath, Steph Curry's post-game comments essentially encapsulated what has been happening to the Warriors. He mentioned being involved in several plays where there were clear bad calls resulting in unnecessary free throw attempts for the opponents, while overlooking contact or plays that should have been called. Understandably, fans across social media expressed their frustration and bewilderment. Amidst these challenges, however, there's a silver lining for the Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga has been a revelation since January 11th. Among all 450 NBA players, only 8 have been averaging at least 25 points and 6.6 rebounds, including Kuminga. His emergence is a beacon of hope for Golden State. Despite the league's efforts to shape certain narratives, the Warriors remain just a point away from defying the biases in officiating. With talents like Kuminga rising and veterans like Curry leading the charge, the Warriors transcend being just a team. It's only a matter of time before they disrupt the NBA's predetermined narratives.